A break, a pause, I wait, oh baby, cause I know I was the cause. Every time I close my eyes I see your face, I'm longing for your kisses and...
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a talk through, get ready with me while I discuss some of the products that I've been absolutely loving lately. Not necessarily to call it my October favorites, but just stuff that I've been genuinely and consistently loving lately. And yeah, I figured why not include a tutorial because I was inspired by one color in a palette and I was like, ooh, I want to do a look with that, and it like all came to my mind, so I figured why not include them in one video because my favorites would not be too interesting to watch, so I can just kind of include them as I do this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoy, and if you want to get this look then just keep watching. I really like these little metal clip thingies. I got a little pack of them at Sally's for super cheap, and they work really good to just hold your hair back while you're doing your makeup, and it doesn't disturb what you've already done to your hair. For primer, I'm going to use this NYX Angel Veil Primer. I bought this a few days ago, and I've just been using it and trying to test it out and see, you know, what I really think of it, because I've not used it a whole lot, and I don't really know what my opinion is on it. It feels like it's supposed to make your skin like smooth, but I don't know if it's supposed to cover up pores or if it's just supposed to smooth out your skin. I don't really know. Let me read the bottle. I just bought it because I'd heard people liked it. I didn't even know what it was for. Skin Perfecting Primer, oil free. So maybe it's just supposed to be like a mattifying effect. Feels lighter than a cloud and leaves skin looking and feeling divine. So I don't know. Next, I'm going to go in with foundation. This is definitely one of my favorites. I talked about this like 2 videos ago maybe, and I mentioned that I'd been wanting to try it, but I didn't want to spend the money on it, and I did spend the money on it, and oh my gosh, the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I honestly thought that I was going to get it and be like, wow, this really is not worth $64, but I'm thinking how it's going lately, I'm thinking I'm going to repurchase because I literally love it. I don't know what to compare it to. I feel like if I had to pick a foundation, it would be the Too Faced Born This Way. I find them to be pretty similar because they're both really light and have nice buildable coverage, but something about this one is just, I love it so much. It's so nice on the skin. It looks like skin, it doesn't look cakey, it feels so good on the skin. I don't know, I'm really impressed with this foundation, and I kind of, whenever I was about to try it out, I was like, I want to love it, but at the same time I want to hate it because I want to love it because I spent $64 on it, and I want to hate it because I don't want to ever spend $64 on a foundation ever again. But I seriously love it. If you are a makeup collector, I really recommend you try it. It is so good. I love it so much. Another thing that's one of my favorites is this Morphe Beauty Sponge. I know a lot of people that ask me about makeup. They'll always say, where can I get this that I don't have to order offline? And I know it's usually like you're either someone who likes to order stuff online or you don't at all. But if you are one of those people that are willing to order stuff online, MorpheBrushes.com, they have some really affordable, beautiful makeup palettes. And this is where this sponge is from, and I've really been liking it. It's super, super good. It applies so nicely. It's just a really all-around good sponge. So, and it's super cheap. So if you guys want to check this out, I really like this sponge. Put this foundation on, and I was like, my boyfriend was sitting over there whenever I was getting ready, and I was like, what do you think? And he was like, it looks really white. I was like, because I'm like, I don't think it's too white. I think it's like the perfect color for me. It looks a lot tanner and stuff whenever I add my powder and bronzer and everything. So I'm starting pretty close to my skin tone. And then I build up color with bronzer and contour and things like that. So this is the shade number 5. I really like it. With my self tan, I would probably go like 5.75, I think is what the option. I was thinking about getting that one. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get my regular skin tone because I haven't self-tanned in a while, and so yeah, I just got one that matches my skin tone pretty perfectly. I have a lot of problematic areas right here in my cheek zone. This is like my major problematic area, and I have normal to dry skin. So I'm going to zoom you guys in and let you see how it looks with just the foundation on, so you guys can see how it looks and think about if it's something that you would want to purchase or try out. I hope that the sunlight is not washing me out too much. I use natural lighting, and sometimes the disadvantage to that is when I'm super pale, the color of my videos really just get washed out. So I hope that that wasn't too washed out to where you guys couldn't see how it looked. And my skin is pretty problematic. I have big pores, so keep that in mind whenever you're looking at the foundation on my skin. If you have flawless skin, this is just going to make you look extremely, extremely flawless. But if you have problematic skin, it is buildable to where you can get that coverage to cover up your imperfections. Next, I'm going to go in with my NARS Radiant and Creamy Concealer. And this is something I'd never tried until recently, and I got the shade Custard. And so far, I haven't used it a whole lot, but so far I really do like it. I wish I would have gone a shade lighter. This is a good shade for my self-tan, but I was ordering offline and I just didn't know. But once I blend it out, it looks lighter. But when I first apply, it does look a little bit too dark. It's definitely like a light to medium coverage, I think. But it is super creamy, it blends out super well, and I haven't had problems with it creasing whenever I set it. This is something that I've just kind of held off purchasing because it's so expensive. Obviously, looking past that with my makeup lately, because I want to try things out for you guys, because the main thing is I'm here to try things out and tell you guys what I think about it. So far I'm liking it, but I will keep you guys updated on what I think and if I really think that it's worth the price, because it is a pricey concealer. If you are looking for a new concealer, I definitely recommend the Tarte Shape Tape. This one honestly kind of reminds me of it. The Tarte Shape Tape has more coverage. It's such full coverage and so lightweight, but I don't know, after I blend this one out, I really think that they look similar. And in my Tarte Shape Tape, I have the shade Light Medium, and this is Custard, and the colors are like identical. I do recommend the Tarte Shape Tape over this one. Not only is it cheaper, but I do find it to be better. I'm just going to go ahead and set my eyes with my Coty Airspun powder. This is my #1 recommended powder to people when they ask me what powder they should get, because it is super cheap and you can get it at the drugstore. My #1 favorite powder is probably the RCMA No Color powder, but you do have to order that online. It's very cheap. If you're willing to order online, I definitely recommend it. But the Coty one is so good as well, and you can pick it up at your local Walgreens or CVS, and I think they even have it at Walmart. Actually, before I set my face, I'm going to go in with this Anastasia Cream Contour Kit. This is something that I've recently picked up as well, and I haven't really played around that much with it, so I'll go ahead and try this out. I did already put concealer on, but I'm just going to go in with the clean brush and this banana color, and I'm going to put this just in the center of my face to brighten it up a little bit. This will help, especially since that concealer is a little bit too dark for me. I've used the contour shades in this, but I made the mistake of doing it after I put my powder on. I was going to use it and I forgot to, and I had already set my face. And I was like, dang it, I still want to try it. And so I did, and it just didn't blend well on top of the powders, but you're really not supposed to go in with cream on top of powder. Oh wow, it blends really easily. Literally like effortless. I put it on over that concealer and it's not bunching up at all or looking cakey. So that's good. And I'm going to go in with the contour color. I don't know which one. To me, honestly, they all look so similar. But I guess I'm going to go in with this first shade right here. Oh yeah, super pigmented. Whoa. contour my nose a little bit. Why not? All of the contour shades in here seem like they're pretty cool toned, which makes sense because it's a contour palette. But sometimes you'll find, like in the Shade and Light palette, that there is like a warmer option and a cooler option and a darker option. With these, they all seem to be like they're cool toned, which is no problem with contouring. You can use your warm tone bronzer to bronze up the skin if you would like. Contour blends out very well. That was one thing I was worried about with this, is that it wouldn't blend well, but it seems to be doing good. I really wanted to just sit down and film things that I've been liking lately, but then I was like, is that boring? Like, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough things. So I was just like, I'm gonna do my makeup on camera and talk about some things that I've purchased lately and then the things I've been loving. So I hope this isn't too boring to watch. I think that did a pretty good job. Nothing too crazy, but I do like it. Now I'm gonna go in and set my face with my Coty Airspun powder. Whoa. That just went everywhere. Like I talked about earlier, how a lot of people aren't willing to purchase makeup online. I just want to say, like, I do understand the caution and stuff, and sometimes you just hate waiting to get what you want in the mail. But a lot of times that is where you're going to find your best deals. Unfortunately, Morphe, they don't have stores. They only have one, and I think it just recently opened. So that is unfortunate, but I definitely think it's worth going to their site. It's definitely reputable. It's not going to steal your credit card information or anything like that. And I know waiting is not fun, trust me. I hate waiting if anyone does, but it is totally worth it, and online is really where you can find the best deals for your makeup. Next I'm going to go in with bronzer, and it's the Urban Decay Beached Bronzer. I picked this up after I watched Casey Holmes' video, and she talked about how much she loved this, and she also talked about liking a Neutrogena bronzer, and I was like, which one should I get? And I got both of them because she said that they were so similar, and I was like, well, let me try them out and see which one I think is better, or if I think that they're similar. And I definitely agree with her and think that they are very similar. Their colors are super similar and their formulas are super similar. But the only thing is, I do find the Neutrogena one to be a little tiny bit patchy whenever you're applying it. But if you just blend it out, well, I think that you can get the same effect that you do with this one. This one's just a little bit more effortless. But if that is fine with you to just blend your bronzer a little bit more, then I definitely recommend getting the Neutrogena one because it is a lot cheaper than this one. The Neutrogena one that I'm talking about is in the color Sun-Kissed. If you guys want to check that out, it is a really nice bronzer, and I really like this one as well, so it's up to you what you want to spend, what you're looking for exactly. I'm going to go in and contour with my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. This palette is probably my #1 recommended contour palette for you guys. Not only does it have a lot of good colors in it, I think it's really cool that she just came out with the replaceable pans. Before I had this palette and I had run out of these two right here because I use them so much. And I was like, dang it, I'm gonna have to buy a whole new palette, and I still have all those other colors. And so I bought a palette, and then she released her new pans, and I was like, are you serious? I just bought a new one. I could have just bought the pans, but it's okay. I would have used the product up anyways, so it's really fine. But I definitely recommend this palette. I think it's awesome she came out with those replaceable pans. It makes the price of the palette more worth it to me, because even though it is kind of pricey for what you get, I don't think it is. And you also will be able to refill the product that you use up, because I promise you will not run out of every single one of these at the same time to where you need to go get a new one. Even if you don't want to buy the whole palette, you could just buy the individual pan that you want, like this one and this one or whatever, and just put it into your own Z palette or whatever. Next I'm going to go on to do my brows, and I'm going to try out this NYX eyebrow pencil crayon in the shade medium brown. It definitely has like a red tone to it. I wouldn't refer to it as medium brown, but I used to use this all the time before I really knew how to do my brows, and so I was interested. I want to try it out again and see what I think of it now. Definitely not a fan of this. Let me get a spoolie up in here. The NYX Micro Brow Pencil, as you guys know, is like my all-time favorite drugstore brow pencil. I love it so much. So I figured I would go ahead and try out this one because it's been forever since I've used it. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this color is like definitely not medium brown, that's for sure. It's more like a reddish brown, honestly. But the actual product is not bad at all. It blends super well. It doesn't go on too light or too heavy. The only thing is the pencil is a little bit thick for me. I like a thinner pencil like the Brow Wiz or the ColourPop ones or the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I lean towards that shape more, which is one reason I have the brow definer, but I prefer the Brow Wiz. I just wanted to try out the definer, and I still use it, but I like the Brow Wiz better. Depends on your eyebrow shape, really. Like if you have thicker brows, it's gonna make it so easy for you to fill in with the definer, but for someone like me where you kind of have to mimic brow hairs and stuff like that, something with a really small pencil is a lot easier to do. I kind of like that. I mean, I think it turned out pretty good. I really like the color because it's a mix between a brown, like a light brown, and a red, which is good for my hair color because I don't want to just have a red eyebrow or orange eyebrow with my hair. I tend to lean towards like taupey colors, but sometimes they can be too brown for me, and this is just a really nice in between. I'm going to be using my Morphe 350 palette. I know you guys are probably like, please put that thing away. We've seen way too much of it, but I was watching Kathleen Light's new video on her palette with Morphe, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. It releases tomorrow. Well, by the time this is up, it'll probably already have released, but I really saw this color that is in her palette. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Yeah, I'm like 99.9% sure. She's got some custom shades in there, 6 I think she said, and then the other ones are shades that have just been picked from Morphe palettes. But yeah, I saw that shade and I was like, ooh, I really want to do like a deep eye with that color and like some black, so that's what I'm doing. This is one of my all-time favorite palettes ever. When I think about fall, I just think about the Morphe 350. So my final thoughts for that NYX Brow crayon is I do like it. I really like the color. If you have brown hair, I definitely recommend getting the dark brown. If you have blonde hair, definitely get the lightest one they have, because it does have, it's like a reddish brown, the medium one is. The only thing I didn't like is that it doesn't have a spoolie, but other than that, I really do enjoy this. Next, I'm going to go in and set my brows using the Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade 1. It's kind of dark for 1, but it works. This is a sample size that I got from Sephora in the mail whenever I ordered some stuff, but so far I do like it. I don't think, like when I use it, I don't think, oh, this is so much better than my NYX one. The only thing I noticed is it's a little bit more of a thinner formula. The NYX one is kind of a thicker gel formula, and this one is a little bit thinner. I do love it. I just don't know if I'd spend the money on this versus my NYX one. I'm going to go in and set my eyelid with this first white shade right there. Start off, I'm going to go in with this on my crease. If you're deeper skin tone, you can skip this step, but since I have such light skin, especially right now, I'm starting out with a really light transition. In my skull video, I literally have like a dry patch on my eyelid now from filming that because I was blending so much. I'm going to deepen it up just a smidge with this color right here. Another thing, Morphe's brushes, they're super cheap if you're willing to order online. That is a great place to get makeup brushes from. They literally have brushes ranging from like $2.99 to up to maybe $25, $30 at the most, so you can get some pretty cheap sets as well, but I prefer just to buy the ones I want individually. But yeah, they've got some really nice brushes. Next I'm going to go in with this color right here. It's kind of like a reddish brown, not a whole lot of red in it, but a little bit. One thing about this palette that is so weird is it doesn't have a black in it. It's got a lot of dark browns, and some of them I find to be so similar that I'm just like, why are you in here instead of a black? I put a lot of them to use, but a lot of these in this lower corner, they're so similar to me that I don't understand why they don't just have a black in here as well. Sorry, I hope that's a little bit better. I wasn't really thinking of this as a tutorial, I'm just like talking, but I'm gonna go in with this color right here next, the one that I was talking about that's in Kathleen's palette, and I want this to be the main focus of this look, so I'm going a little bit high with this, even though it is a dark color. I just want to make sure that it's going to be noticeable through those dark colors that I'm going to be going in with later. I bet my eyeshadow on this eye is going to be so not blended and patchy because of these dry patches I have on my lid. I don't know why only this eye did it, but this eye is so dry from my blending in my skull video. The look I'm going for is going to be really similar to the one I did with my friend in my video. I used the same color in that one, but I just wanted to bring a little bit more depth into this look. In that same shade, and I'm just bringing this in the outer corner of my eye, focusing it in a really small area. And now I'm going to go in with this shader brush and I'm going to lay down a dark brown for this one right here. So I'm just going to lay this down like right here on the outer corner of my eye. And you want to lay it down where you want the most pigment. You don't want to start up in the crease or anything like that. You want to lay it down right on the outer corner of the lid. And then I'm just going to go in with my blending brush and focus in this outer corner. And just use very small blending motions because I don't want to blend it up too high into those other colors. I'm going to go back into that baby vomit color and I'm going to blend that in a little bit more up here. So now we're going to go in with our black. I'm going to go in my Morphe 35B palette, which you don't have to get this palette just for the black. There are plenty of palettes with black in them, but I'm just going to be going in this one. So I'm going to do the same method that I did with the with the brown. Just packing it on the lid. But keeping it really condensed and low. I'm just using that same method, really small blending motions in my outer corner. Thing that this is kind of random, but the editing software I use is Adobe Premiere. And the reason that I use that one is because I don't have a Mac, and so I'm not able to use Final Cut Pro, which is what I would use. But I use the Adobe Premiere, and you pay for it monthly instead of just buying it outright. And it's a really nice program. I'm used to it because it's what I used in my high school broadcasting classes. So that's kind of why I chose it. I had experience with it. I knew it was pretty reliable and everything. But one thing I really do not like is it is so glitchy. Like I never had the problem whenever I was in school. But when I edit now, my video, whenever I'm editing, it takes so much longer just because it freezes up so easily. If any of you guys use Adobe Premiere and you have that same problem, let me know, and let me know if you found a way to fix it. I've looked up stuff and tried just deleting stuff off my computer to give it more room, and it seems like nothing helps. And I don't think that I should have to delete stuff off my computer to get it to be working right. It's just really frustrating. And I was editing my skull video and I did a voiceover, and anytime I have to do a voiceover, I have to export my video and then watch it after it's exported and do the voiceover while watching it. I can't just watch it in the program and then do the voiceover while I'm doing that, because it glitches and I'll end up saying something when it's on a totally different part because it freezes up so much. It's so frustrating. Not only for that, but for a lot of other reasons. It's just when you're editing something, you don't want to have to deal with something glitching. So if you guys have any advice on that, please let a girl know. I'm taking that baby vomit color and putting it on this Morphe E17 brush, and I'm just blending that right above this brown and black. I'm just going to pat on again. And I actually did not add any more product. I'm just using whatever was left on there. And dabbing that on in the same spot. And I'm going to use the same method, going back in with this blending brush and blending it out very, very carefully. My eyes, I don't know, like they're usually not super sensitive to things like mascara or makeup or anything, but sometimes when I do my makeup, my eyes will water, especially like whenever I do my eyeliner and mascara a lot of the times. I mean, not mascara. When I do my eyeliner and eyelashes, my eyes don't do well with that. Sometimes they do perfectly fine, and it's not specific eyeliner or lashes because I've tried to pay attention to that, or eyeshadows. It's just like some days my eyes get super watery and it will really mess up my makeup, and it's so frustrating. I've had the doctor tell me before that I do have dry eyes. I don't know if that's what it is. They're dry and they're watering. I don't know if I just need to use eye drops or what, but it's so frustrating. So if any of you guys have that problem and you know how to fix it, let me know. And I'm going to go in with that baby puke, whatever you want to call it, color, and put this on the lower lash line. Then I'm just going to take a flat definer brush and I'm going to go in that black eyeshadow again. I'm going to connect this to my outer corner and just bring it in a teensy bit. And then I'm just going to blend the two together on that outer corner. I think I'm going to go... Ooh, but that brings up the... I think I'm going to go with these two in my Tartelette in the Bloom palette. And I'm going to be using the two shimmer shades, Firecracker on the lid and then Funny Girl on my inner corners. Ooh, yes, I think I made a good choice. I'm just really packing that on the lid. Not all over because I don't want to cover up that black, but kind of on the inner corner of the lid. So I've got that packed on there, and I went in with my E17 brush and didn't add any product, just blended the two together right down this line where the shimmer looks like it gradually goes into the dark. Now I'm just going to go ahead and pop on some mascara. The mascara I'm going to use is the Benefit They're Real, and this is in the color black. This is also a sample, but it's something I've been really liking lately. And I'm going to go ahead and jump into my Jaclyn Hill face palette. This is definitely a favorite of mine. I love the blushes in here, and I'm not even a huge blush person. And then obviously these highlights. So for blush, I don't really want something crazy insane for this look. So I'm going to go in with this middle one right here. I really like it for looks like this where I don't want a pink blush. It's just a really nice color. And then I went in with Prosecco Pop for my highlight, and I went ahead and took my hair down. And now I'm going to go in with this Pixie by Petra Lower Lash Mascara. It is so tiny, it's so cute, and I'm going to put this on my lower lashes. Pixie's Lower Lash Mascara has definitely been one of my favorites. I really like using it for my lower lashes because it is so tiny, and it just allows you to get really close to that lash line and fill in those lashes and not getting it on your under eye. I really like this, and it is small, but you only use it for your lower lashes, and it's $14.99 I think, so not too bad. I really like that. You can get Pixie's products at Target. And now I'm just going to go back into this Tartelette in the Bloom palette and go in with Funny Girl, and I'm going to use this on my inner corner. Okay, I popped that on the inner corner, and then I just went in with that white shade from the Tartelette in the Bloom palette. You can use one from the Morphe 350 palette or any other white matte shade you have. I just used it because I already had it out, and I highlighted my brow bone with it. And now I'm going to complete this look with another one of my favorites. This is the Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie Lip Gloss. and this is in the color Brilliant. This is like a little sample tube, and I literally forgot how much I love this. I've been using it so much lately. It's one of my absolute favorite lip glosses. It's kind of got like a minty smell to it, so that's really nice. But yeah, like I said, it's got like these orange and iridescent reflex in it. I just think it's so pretty. I'll zoom in so you can get a better look at it. But this is how it looks on the lips. It's not super pigmented or anything. I think it's just got such a pretty reflect. Okay guys, that brings the tutorial to an end. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And you can follow me on Snapchat and Instagram at lbhmakeup, Twitter at Lauren Brooke, and on Facebook at Lauren Brooke Humble, or you can like my page at lbhmakeup. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you're having a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Bye.